Hi, my name is Alyssa, and this story started with one sentence my sister said that changed everything. You don't deserve this house. You only got it because his mommy felt bad for you. She was talking about the home my mother-in-law gave us. It wasn't pity. It was gratitude. My husband had saved her business from collapsing during the pandemic, and as a wedding gift she signed the deed over to us. My sister hated that from the beginning. Every time she visited she acted like she owned the place. She would stand in the doorway, stare around and make rude comments. "This backsplash is ugly," she'd say, then go online and post little insults disguised as jokes. I ignored her for a long time. I kept telling myself she was just bitter. But then one day she came over uninvited, said she was dropping something off, and left after starting a fake argument over nothing. That night my husband and I were out celebrating my promotion when we got an alert from our Ring camera and a water sensor. We raced home. The second we opened the front door my stomach dropped. Water was everywhere. The ceiling was dripping. The cabinets were swollen. The hardwood floor was ruined. And taped to the mirror in red marker was one word: karma. The insurance representative took one look inside and said, "This wasn't a pipe burst. This was deliberate." Every sink had been turned on and blocked. The flooding had been done on purpose. My husband crouched beside the ruined floor and whispered, "She did this." We stayed quiet. We didn't post anything. Not yet. Because my husband, quiet as always, had installed a hidden backup security system. The motion-triggered cameras had caught everything. That same night we pulled the footage. There she was, my sister, walking through the house with rubber gloves, a wrench and a screwdriver, smiling while she flooded room after room. Bathroom, kitchen, guest room. She even danced while she did it. At the end she looked straight into the camera, blew a kiss and mouthed, "That's what you get for stealing my life." We sent the footage to the police and our lawyer. We still didn't say a word online. He thought we would stay silent. He was wrong. The next morning she posted a photo of the destroyed house on Facebook with the caption, "Karma came for them. You can't build a life on lies." The post got thousands of likes. Her friends rushed to defend her. She was right to claim what's hers. They had it coming. She's a warrior. What none of them knew was that the footage had already been sent to the district attorney. 2 days later, a plain white envelope arrived at her apartment. Inside was a court summons. Charge: felony property destruction. Estimated damages: $187,000. That night she went live crying into the camera, saying we were weaponizing the system and calling it a private family matter. But people weren't buying it anymore. Then just as she was begging for donations, another video started spreading online. Leaked footage. Unedited. No captions. No excuses. Her with the wrench. Her flooding the floors. Her blowing that kiss into the camera. Within hours her GoFundMe was shut down. Sponsors pulled out. Her apology video was drowned in laughing reactions. Then came the message that broke her. "This footage has been sent to the board." She had no idea that her real punishment was only beginning. I stood in the living room, ankle deep in water, staring at the phone when the notification appeared. "Karma comes full circle," her post read. The video showed our ruined floors, the broken sink and her dramatic voiceover. "They stole what should have been mine. So nature did what courts never could." I didn't scream. I didn't reply. I just walked to the corner, opened the security panel and removed the SD card. My mother-in-law had installed discreet high-end cameras before she gave us the house. Heather had no idea. That night my husband and I sat in silence and reviewed everything. Every second was there. Heather entering with a key she had secretly copied. Heather stuffing towels into the sink. Heather running the water until it spilled over. Heather filming the damage with fake tears, like she was already planning her next viral post. "She wanted attention," I whispered. My husband didn't look up from the screen. "Then we'll let her have it." But not the way she expected. Instead of calling her, we called the police and the insurance fraud unit. My husband stayed calm as ever. "Do not post," he said. "Do not argue. Just prepare. She'll destroy herself." And he was right. Heather didn't realize she hadn't just flooded a house. She had opened the floodgates on her own life. 2 days later the insurance adjuster arrived. He was polite, professional and clearly already aware of what had happened. He had reviewed the footage we submitted with the claim before he even stepped inside. His first words were, This is no longer just a claim. This is a criminal report. Heather was busy enjoying her 15 minutes of internet fame, soaking up sympathy from strangers who had no idea what she had really done. Good for you, girl, they wrote. They probably deserved it. Stay strong, queen. But behind the scenes, everything was falling apart. The footage had been handed over to the insurance company's legal team. Since the home was legally in my mother-in-law's name and insured under her policy, the case was now being treated as intentional property damage at the felony level. So we said nothing. Heather texted me later that week, pretending to be concerned. Hey, just checking on you. So your place got wrecked. So crazy, right? I didn't react. Thanks for checking in, I replied. She laughed, clearly thinking I had no idea. Anyway, she wrote, I'm sure karma will sort things out. Oh, I answered. It always does. The next day, Heather received a court letter. Her face was about to be seen in a way she never planned for, because karma doesn't always knock gently. Sometimes it kicks the door in. She didn't post for a week after that. Her little karma video disappeared too, quietly removed by platform moderation after it was flagged for documented malicious property destruction. But the real blow came when she showed up to court still thinking this would be a slap on the wrist. She even wore heels and posted a mirror selfie that morning with the caption, "Let's get this over with." Courtrooms do not care about Instagram likes. The footage from our cameras was played on a monitor for everyone to see. Every angle. Every second. Heather flooding the floors. Heather opening the pipes. Heather shoving towels into the drains. Heather kicking over furniture with that smug little smile. The judge was not amused. Neither was the insurance representative, who calmly listed the damages: structural rot, plumbing replacement, hardwood restoration, cleanup and repairs. Total: $72,000, not including legal fees. Heather's smirk disappeared. Then came the sentencing. She was ordered to pay restitution, banned from the neighborhood under civil order, and left with a permanent criminal record for malicious destruction of insured property. The best part was that the ruling also meant she could never easily qualify for credit again. No mortgage. No car loan. No payment plan. She had wanted the house, and now she could barely qualify to rent a storage shed. The news spread faster than we expected. A neighborhood watch group posted the courtroom footage to a public forum titled, "Woman Floods Family Home, Ends Up Banned for Life." It hit 1 million views in 3 days. Heather had wanted attention, but not like that. People dug up her old posts and tagged her in the comments. Karma was instant. You really thought this was funny? Now say it with your chest. She locked her account, then deleted it. But the damage was no longer just digital. Because of the civil judgment, her employer, a luxury real estate agency, quietly let her go. Clients did not want to work with someone who had a record for property destruction. After that, no one else wanted to hire her either. And the irony was perfect. The house she tried to claim, the one we had been gifted, was now more beautiful than ever. We didn't just repair it. We upgraded every room. My mother-in-law paid for the entire renovation herself after seeing what Heather had done. She even laughed and said, "Consider this a reward for not losing your mind." The new kitchen looked like it belonged in a luxury magazine. One evening, I posted a simple video titled "Built with Love, Protected with Law." It showed the before and after of the house. No captions. No voiceover. Just silence and transformation. It got more views than Heather's stunt ever did. And she couldn't do a thing about it. The court order did more than demand repayment. It also came with a civil injunction. Heather was legally barred from coming within 500 feet of our property. Any violation would count as trespassing with intent. We upgraded the cameras after the flood, and now they fed directly into a live server backed by our legal team. At first, Heather tried to appeal. She claimed she had been misunderstood, that it was just a prank gone wrong. But the judge had already seen her smirking post from minutes after the flooding. That argument went nowhere. She was ordered to pay more than $87,000 in damages. When she couldn't keep up with the payments, her bank accounts were frozen, her car was repossessed, and her name ended up on landlord blacklists. Every bridge she had burned was glowing behind her. Meanwhile, our house was peaceful again. My husband and I started a small garden in the back. We invited friends over. Laughter came back into the rooms that had once held nothing but betrayal. Then one morning I opened the mailbox and found a handwritten envelope with no return address. Inside was a crumpled photo of the house during the flood. On the back, one line was scribbled in shaky handwriting. I lost everything. Was it worth it to you? I smiled, slipped the photo back into an envelope and mailed it away. No note. Just one word written across the front. Karma.